In this video, we'll be taking a look at 2 NHL games happening on May 9th, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 2 NHL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Toronto Maple Leafs versus Florida Panthers. On Friday night, the Toronto Maple Leafs, holding a 2-0 series lead, head down to Sunrise, Florida, to face off against the Panthers at Amerant Bank Arena. This is Game 3 of the Eastern Conference second round in the Stanley Cup playoffs, and it's a big one. Toronto is trying to put the Panthers in a 3-0 hole, while Florida is just trying to stay alive. Toronto's been rolling lately, and they're looking to keep the pressure on. They've won 19 of their last 24 games, and their offense has been dialed in, scoring 3 or more goals in 7 of their 8 playoff matchups so far. Right now, the Leafs are putting up an average of 3.5 goals per game and are capitalizing on 28% of their power play chances. On the defensive end, they're giving up 2.88 goals a game and stopping 75% of opposing power plays. It's been a solid balance on both sides of the puck. The Florida Panthers are staring down a must-win situation. If they don't snag this one at home, things could spiral fast. Since March 30th, they've dropped 10 of their last 17 games. Not exactly the kind of momentum you want this deep in the playoffs. That said, they've been good at home in the postseason, winning 6 of their last 8 in their own building. The Panthers are averaging 3.71 goals per game and are converting 28.6% of their power play opportunities. Defensively, they've been a little sharper than Toronto, giving up 3 goals per game and killing off 88.5% of penalties. Florida knows what's at stake, and they've got to bring the heat from puck drop. If they don't grab control early, the home crowd could start to lose faith. The pressure's already mounting. Bobrovsky's been shaky through the first 2 games, 9 goals allowed on 50 shots, which comes out to an .820 save percentage. That's just not going to cut it. On the other side, Woll, who hadn't started in nearly 3 weeks, looked composed and settled in as the game wore on in Game 2, helping the Leafs grab the win. I've been backing the Panthers hard throughout the playoffs, and I still believe they're one of the strongest teams in the East. But I'm not blind to what's happening. Toronto is clicking right now. They're faster, cleaner, and just seem a step ahead. Florida's had a tough time keeping up, especially with Toronto's speed, and their defense hasn't been tight. Tkachuk, who's usually a game changer, has been quiet. Sure, Florida could respond on home ice like they've done before, but with how well Toronto's playing and getting underdog odds just because the game's in Sunrise, that doesn't make sense. The smart play is on the Leafs. As our first pick for this matchup, the Toronto Maple Leafs to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. When it comes to the total, things have played out a bit differently for each team. Toronto's series with Ottawa saw 3 games go to overtime, and only Game 6 hit the over, and that was because Nylander netted one into the empty cage. Florida's series with Tampa Bay, on the other hand, was a lot more wide open. 4 out of those 5 games went over, and they scored at least 4 goals in 3 of them. Game 1 of this series between the Leafs and Panthers saw 9 goals fly in, and it was Luosterainen's early third-period goal that sent it over the number. Game 2 followed suit. Lundo's goal cashed the over, and Marner added a little extra. With Florida fighting to avoid going down 0-3, they're going to push the pace, and that should open the floodgates again. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Dallas Stars versus Winnipeg Jets. The Dallas Stars are going up against the Winnipeg Jets in Game 2 of the second round, and there's already plenty of tension in the air. Things look rough for Dallas early on in Game 1, but then Mikko Rantanen turned the tide with a hat trick that gave the Stars a 3-2 win and a jump start to the series. Winnipeg kept it close the whole way, but now they're heading back home with the pressure squarely on their shoulders. A win here is crucial to even the series before things slip further out of their hands. The Winnipeg Jets are trailing 1-0 in the series after that narrow 3-2 loss in the opener. opener. Before meeting Dallas, Winnipeg had to grind through a full 7-game set against the St. Louis Blues. That series highlighted two key things about the Jets: they're tough to beat at home, and they can power through shaky goaltending when it counts. In terms of numbers this season, the Jets are putting up 3.35 goals per game while giving up just 2.32. Their special teams have been sharp too, with a 28.9% success rate on the power play and a 79.4% kill rate on penalties. The Dallas Stars, fresh off their 3-2 win in Game 1, are hoping to go up 2-0 in the series and keep momentum on their side. To get to this round, Dallas had to push past Colorado in another grueling 7-game battle. They led that series at multiple points, 2-1 and 3-2. But still needed a last-minute rally in Game 7 to make it through. This year, the Stars have been averaging 3.35 goals a night while letting in 2.71. On special teams, they've gone 22% with the man advantage and are killing off 82% of penalties. Both squads survived long, 7-game first-round matchups to get to this point. But it's Dallas that drew first blood in the series with that 3-2 win. Truth be told, the Stars didn't exactly dominate Game 1. Rantanen's second-period explosion was the difference maker. Winnipeg actually controlled much of the play, but their power play let them down by going 0 for 4. Still, there were positives, especially the steady play of Connor Hellebuyck in goal. He looked sharp and always seems to elevate his game on home ice. I think Winnipeg will come out swinging in Game 2 and deliver a better all-around performance. The Stars want to tighten their grip on the series, but the Jets are desperate to hold serve at home and tilt the series back in their favor. They'll need more from their top guys, Kyle Connor, Mason Appleton, and the rest, to push the pace offensively. Quick passing and zone entries will be key. Defensively, Neil Pionk and Dylan Samberg need to lead the charge in disrupting Dallas early and giving Hellebuyck the chance to stand tall in net. I wouldn't be surprised if Winnipeg comes out firing and runs away with this one, kind of like what Colorado did to Dallas in Games 4 and 6. As our first pick for this matchup, the Winnipeg Jets money line is our full game side pick. These two teams might be loaded with offensive talent, but when they meet, it's usually the defenses that take center stage. That's been the story of their recent history, with the under hitting in 9 of their last 10 games against each other. Across 5 matchups this season, they've only combined for 23 goals. For the Stars, the under is 5-5 in their last 10 overall, but notably, they've allowed 3 or fewer goals in 5 of their 8 playoff games so far. Winnipeg's numbers are similar, 5-5 on the under in their last 10. And they've scored 2 or fewer goals in 7 of those games. In Game 1, Dallas clamped down defensively, giving up just 2 goals, and they'll try to do it again behind Thomas Harley, Esa Lindell, and the rest of the defensive core. Their goal is simple: limit shots and let Jake Oettinger do his thing. On the flip side, the Jets managed to hold Dallas scoreless in both the first and third periods of that game. If Neil Pionk, Dylan Samberg, Dylan DeMilo, and company can keep forcing turnovers and clogging up the neutral zone, it could be another quiet night for the Stars offense. Hellebuyck is more than capable of shutting the door. All signs point to another tight, low-scoring grind. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.